Good afternoon. I'm John Sweeney, the Director of Stewardship Development at Vestavia Hills United Methodist Church. And today I'm coming from you from the sandy, beautiful beaches of Emerald Isle, North Carolina. We are incredibly fortunate enough to have a family member who has a beautiful home here that lets us use it every year. And it has really been a wonderful week of relaxation and family fun. My kids and my wife are here, and they both brought a friend. And it's just been a wonderful week, and it's wonderful to spend a little bit of time with you. This morning I wanted to look at Jeremiah 29:11, probably a very familiar text to many of you. Oh, here we go. For surely I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for your welfare and not for harm, to give you a future with hope. A very common text that sometimes I've heard referred to as like a license plate text or a bumper sticker text, because people will post that as an affirmation of who God is in their lives. And for me, that's true as well. You know, it talks about God having a plan for each of us. God knows that plan. Importantly in that plan, that it's not for harm, but it's for good. It made me think about me not knowing the plan. God had a plan for me, still does, but I tended to not listen to that plan, not fulfill it, perhaps. Maybe I have. So years ago, I went to graduate school at Duke University. I got my master's in divinity there, and I was appointed to a church in Mississippi where I served for a couple of years. Our son was born, and I, the human in me, questioned my role as a clergy person. I was young, and I was confused, and I think I changed the plan that God had for me, or at least so I thought, because of course you and I can't do that. So fast forward 20 years later, I had served in nonprofit fundraising roles for the last 20 years or so, and a couple of years ago, Bill Brunson and I started having a conversation about me joining the staff of Vestavia Hills United Methodist in a fundraising capacity, but really it was more of the fulfillment of the plan that God had for me all along. July 1st, I will be officially appointed as a clergy person in Vestavia, along with Kelly Botcher, who I'm thrilled to be on staff with all the staff members. But Kelly and I will be coming on as appointed staff at the same time. And the more I've thought about it, the more I've realized that maybe this is all part of God's plan. My role in Mississippi was part of the plan. Our moving to Birmingham 20 years ago was part of the plan. My role in nonprofit was part of the plan. And my return to ministry at Vestavia Hills United Methodist Church was all part of the plan that Jeremiah talks about in 29:11. It's not for harm, it's for good. There were parts in my life that I didn't think I'd ever come back working directly with the church. But God was faithful, as God always is. And Jeremiah shares that with us, that God is always faithful. God knows the plan, and God has a plan for us that is good. And that's tremendously reassuring, and it's comforting, and to know that not only is there a plan for me, it's a good plan, and it's God's plan. Fortunately, it's not mine, because I'd probably mess it up. But even I can't mess up God's plan, despite the fact that I oftentimes feel like I try pretty hard. So my encouragement to you today is to think through your life and see how God's plan has played out. It is for good and not for harm. So says Jeremiah. Well, I've enjoyed our time, and I'm going to head out to the beach, enjoy one more day of beautiful sun, and then we'll drive back to Birmingham. Blessings to you all.